What's up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome or welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video for you guys. Now this video was sent to me to react to. Now this is from Pop the Balloon or Find Love episode 2 with Tiara James. So this is another version of Pop the Balloon, and someone pointed this one out to me to react to, so that's what I'm going to be doing. If you are new to the channel and you like the content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. Also share and like the video as well, and hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. All right, so we're gonna get into the video. Y'all definitely chime in, leave y'all thoughts below, let me know what you think. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Here we go.
Let's meet the first lady.
Hello.
Hi. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. Okay. Can we have your name, age, and what you do for a living?
My name is Brenda. I am 30 and an entrepreneur.
Okay. And what kind of entrepreneur?
I'm a SAG actress. I'm in the wardrobe union. I'm a brand ambassador, content creator, stocks, you know, editing, a bunch of stuff.
Can you explain to everybody what you're looking for in a partner?
A great vibe, a good person with morals, and who is financially stable. And I know you're broke, but anyways, and also so many broke people. I know it happens.
Oh snap!
But
now I see why they wanted me to react to this one. It's like, okay, girl, you just why? She was doing good. She seemed to have a lot of good qualities, you know. And nobody had popped until she said financially stable. Now, there's nothing wrong with being financially stable. We all got to be financially stable. There's nothing wrong with a man being financially stable. But then on top of that, she's like, oh well, you're broke. And that turned everybody off. Because to me, I think that was rude and disrespectful. I think that you didn't have to go there. You know, and some women can't control themselves. It's like you have to throw jabs in there. You gotta show that aggression. You gotta show who you really are. But then again, I think it's a good thing because it shows you who the person is and you don't have to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Because if she hadn't shown that early on, then sometimes it's how you can get involved with the person who is that way, and then all of that rears its ugly head when you're deep in the relationship, and then it becomes a major problem. So I think it's good in a sense to know who people are and let their true colors come out in the beginning, so you'll know, hey, nah, I don't want to deal with that. You know what I mean? And that seems to be what happened when all of them pop their balloons, because they're like, oh hell no, hell to no, your attitude ain't right, so we don't want to deal with you, boo boo. Let's continue.
someone who can laugh with and have a great time with.
Okay, so we have all of the popped balloons, so we're gonna go down the line and ask a few questions.
Let's do it.
What's your name, age, and why did you pop your balloon, and what do you do for a living?
My name is Justin. I'm 33. I'm a vice president of Street Partnership for an economic development firm, and I popped because I think it takes a lot of courage to come on a show like this and to kind of laugh off people's intention when folks are here genuinely. I feel like that's not great. So. Okay. And would he be your type?
No, but I also didn't get anyone's intention. No one actually got a chance to even say anything, so I didn't laugh at anyone's intentions at all.
Your comment while we pop balloons about folks being broke is just not really appreciated, so.
Well, they popped my balloon. It wasn't appreciated on my end either. That's unfortunate. Let's move on.
Okay. And name, age, and what do you do for a living?
How you doing? My name is Chris. I'm 35 years old, and I do security/actor. Now, I was gonna keep my balloon only because you do acting. The reason why I popped it is your petty comment, okay? So you say you want a man financially stable, which is completely understand. But because the man popped his balloon and you want to call him broke, I can't do that, okay? You just gotta understand the man, period. Just because.
We heard your comment. You don't have to go too deep.
I wanted to, just like you did on the last episode. Thank you. Have a good day.
Oh, girls, and I could, no disrespect, but I could see why she's probably single. She's very combative. You could see that right away. Like, and the little shimmy is that little nervous tick that you get when you know you wrong or you mad about something. Because the men pop, she don't like it. Even though she's, oh, I love it. No, you don't. Like I said, there are some women who just, they gotta work on. You gotta work on yourself. There's certain things that you just can't help. And you're not trying to. You could see her attitude is already kind of stank. You got to understand that you gotta bring your best to the table. You gotta improve some things as well. It's not always for the men to improve and be this stellar man that you want, and you could just be as mediocre, entitled, and just unaware of self as you want to be. You don't have to make any changes, do better to get better. A lot of them don't think that they're entitled. A lot of women are entitled. Unfortunately, it's what's keeping them by themselves. And if you're entitled and you're happy being single and you don't need a man and you don't want one, then you could be as entitled as you want. But when it comes to trying to find love or trying to be in a serious relationship, you gotta check that, because ain't no man in his right mind gonna want to deal with you. Let's continue.
I didn't know this was about the last episode. Oh my gosh.
What's your name, age, and what do you do for a living?
I'm Daquan Lee.
What's up, Daquan?
What up? I'm from Mount Vernon, New York, and I own a mingle and dating company. We host events, and I'm also a lifestyle coach.
Okay, and why did you pop your balloon today?
2 reasons. She's not really the type I would go after, and I think she's toxic.
Toxic?
You
Do you
think?
want to elaborate?
You
I
think?
get a toxic vibe.
I'm not toxic at all.
Girl, you might.
But she's not the type of me. And
That's great. Let's move on.
it's her combativeness.
Okay.
And look, why is she just... What's with the... It's a nervous tick. Like, keep still. You can't handle the heat in the kitchen that all these men pop. That's a sign that you don't like to hear the truth. That's what that's for. That's you're trying to cope with what's happening here because it's not what you're used to, or you don't like it that they're telling you something that you know is the truth. But this is why, and that's why she's quickly dismissing them. Oh, well, you don't have to get too deep. Whatever, move on. Just being consistently being rude. That's rude. That's not how you talk to grown men. Women want all the respect in the world, but you don't want to give it. You don't know how to stand there and have a conversation with adults and be respectful. And, learn how to handle yourself. A lot of these women are very insecure and they don't know how to handle with themselves. And they don't know how to deal with any type of constructive criticism or critiques or anything that will require them to change or do better. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm just perfect, but something's wrong with you. And I'm going to point it out and point it out and point it out. But me, I'm flawless. It's just a problem. It really is. Let's continue.
Name, age, and what you do for a living?
I'm Darion, 31 years old, and I own a food truck.
Okay. And why did you pop your balloon
Just
today?
the physical, that was it. The comment that just added on afterwards, but it was just the physical.
Okay. And would he be your type?
No.
Okay. Let's move on. Hi, name, age, and what you do for a living?
I'm Josh. I'm 33. I work in the telecommunications industry as an account executive. I also do some stocks on the side, and I'm also finishing a blueprint to get a business started with credit card terminals. I hope that to start off next year.
Okay, nice. And why did you pop your balloon today?
So, everything was good, just because the attraction was there. But yet the comment, calling him broke, that's what it was for me. Because in the past, I've been a man who led with money just to prove I had money, but the woman always had different intentions because of that. So I'm doing it on the reverse side. I don't want to be that person that leads with money, that proves I have money. Let things flow, and then you're going to see what I got. Just in the beginning, that kind of tells me what your intentions are.
Okay, thank you.
I don't think asking for a man to be financially stable tells you your intentions. I mean, if I'm financially stable and you're not, that would be me taking the L and you just be leeching.
Yeah, but I mean, wondering if somebody is financially stable is one thing, but calling people broke is another. Because you wouldn't want a man to call you broke for wanting a financially stable man. Now, would you? If a man who is financially stable and clearly makes a lot more money than you do, and then he turns around and call you broke, women would be offended by that. They would look at that as a man putting them down or belittling them. So you don't think that when you do that to a man, that's putting him down and belittling him, and that most men don't want to deal with somebody who comes across that way? And if that's not who you really are as a person, why do you present yourself in such a way? That's because a lot of women are unaware of themselves. They don't see any wrong in what they do and nobody is telling them. So they say and act any way they want to and think that it should be acceptable. And when it is not, they get to shaking. What's wrong? You know, moving and and if you're doing all this and just standing there with somebody telling you something, something's clearly wrong with you. I'm just saying. Let's continue.
Another thing that I want to add is that there's a difference between asking that question and having a conversation and just making projections. You made a projection.
Right.
All for one person, not everybody in the room. But if you want to take everybody's opinion and make it yours, that's fine. Let's move on.
Okay, moving on. Hi, what's your name, age, and what do you do for a living?
My name is Jalen. I'm 28. I work with DHS. I help the homeless find homes. Yeah, kind of. At first, it was just the initial attraction, but yeah, kind of what everybody else said. I kind of didn't appreciate that comment. That was, in my eyes, kind of corny. You
I know,
really
it
take
hurts
that.
to be broke.
It was rude.
Let's move on.
I guess. I guess.
I've never seen a financially stable person complain about someone saying you should not be broke. Just saying. But let's move on.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I
Let's
said.
move on.
Okay.
Okay.
Not even going to entertain it.
Hi, what's your name, age, and what do you do for a living?
My name is Monroe. I'm 29 years old. I work for a company called Tishman Spire, and I run a security company with a partner of mine.
Okay, and why did you pop your balloon today?
Initially, I was all for it, you know, but I think how you treat other folk, it just got something to say about yourself, too.
Yes.
But it's also, I mean, real good feminine energy, but I do like a little bit more outspoken as well.
Okay, and would he be your type?
No.
Okay, well, let's walk it back. Unfortunately, there are no more balloons, so there might be better luck next time.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Girl, she was a mess. And then she's just standing there rudely laughing in that man's face, like just kikiing right in his face. Like, but you know, I think overall, she just didn't like the outcome. She didn't like the outcome, and that was her way of responding. And it's unfortunate, but I think men realize these things and these women for who they are, and they're not accepting it. And I think a lot of women are going to be shaking and kikiing and laughing because they rather do that than cry, because they're not going to cry in front of us. They're going to go and hide and feel sorry for themselves and cry behind closed doors because nobody wants to deal with them. And they don't want to make any changes to better their attitudes, better themselves, and refuse to accept that financial stability is not the only thing that makes you great. You need to learn other, skills when it comes, person skills, being able to communicate with folks, learning how to treat people, learning how to be respectful, kind, courteous, all those things. When it comes to dealing with the opposite sex, dealing with friendships and all of that, you have to work on those skills to better yourself as an overall human being, and stop thinking that, just money, I got money, so I'm perfect and that's all I need to work on. That's not the truth, and it's gonna yield you by yourself, because nobody, once again, is gonna want to deal with you. So listen, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Comment, like, subscribe, hit that bell to be notified when I upload new content. Share this video if you can, and definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of her? What do you think of the show? Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.